Hello, Flex.
How you guys doing today? We're back.
Perfect, Draconis.
And we are in part 2 of the new Disney Villain Month.
Well, if we count the try not to sing, it would be part 3,
Well,
but
that was a prologue.
that was introduction.
That was a prologue, so we gotta get through some shit. I just now know you got a hole in your shorts.
Well, thanks for pointing that out to the camera.
Well, I'm sorry. I pointed them out. I called them.
I'm off camera, so they can't see it anyways.
And let's face it, guys. If we're gonna be reviewing villains, we gotta act a little shitty too. Let's face it. What's the point of being evil if you can't be delightful?
Don't we act shitty to each other anyways?
True enough. I guess we could be anti-heroes or anti-villains, depending on who you ask.
I am petting the cat.
So today we are going to be looking at the top 5 villain lairs, but I want to get through a few honorable mentions real quick. Just
only 5 villain lairs?
Yeah, just 5, just nothing much.
I guess it would be a little more difficult to make a top 10 of that.
Yeah, it's a little hard to find iconic lairs. Same goes for moments. Those will also be top 5. You can switch them around.
Onions.
What?
Onions have layers.
I said lairs, not layers. Jesus.
Well, I mean, the pronunciation is pretty close.
It really is.
English language is fucked. That's the worst one of all, is the English language. But we're getting
off topic here.
Jokes aside, so I'm gonna get through a few honorable mentions or dishonorable mentions depending on who you ask. And right off the bat, we're gonna go with Ursula's lair as well as her sister. Can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Neither can I.
But both of them have basically witches hutches, but underwater. You can't get
witch
much
caves.
more generic than that. You can't get much more generic than a witch cave, can you?
Yeah, a drowned in witch cave.
That's basically what this is.
It really is.
Let's see. I had Captain Hook's ship. It's cool and all, but it does go in the hands of the hero.
Smee!
Come on, man. It's
iconic
Captain
when
Hook. It's Captain Hook. You know we're gonna have to watch Peter Pan at some point.
Peter Pan.
Again, we're getting off topic.
Live action or not?
No.
Cartoon, of course.
I like them both.
And Pan's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Could have been worse.
It could have been worse. It could have been better. It could have been better. You gotta admit that.
I just like how they handled it.
Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah.
I have a cat next to me and I'm happy.
Now, and then there's one other that I had on hand, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe it wasn't important. In any case.
Well, if it's in the honorable mentions, it wasn't the top 5 at least.
Right. Oh, I remember now. Like Jafar, the old hag.
The Red Cross is pestering me again.
Filthy vampires. And there was one other one, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But these guys, they're basically hole in the ground type of villains. You don't, and I'm just like, dude, move out and get your own villain lair. Come on. You're basically doing the equivalent of living in your mother's basement. Which a couple villains actually have done.
Would you consider the war camp from the Mongols from?
It's a little loosey-goosey. Their lair kind of moves, and I don't really count.
Yeah.
A lair
I mean,
like
it's the same tents each time.
But with those out of the way, I suppose the best thing to start out with is with our number 5 spot. And it's a little generic. I've wrapped them all because I couldn't pick one.
I still can't read your chicken scratch.
Yeah, well, I can. So just
at least one of us can.
If I can't read my own chicken scratch, and I'm not a very good rooster now, am I? So we got the Darkwing Duck villain lairs. They all fit with their character. There's Quacker Jack's little old abandoned toy factory, Bushroot's greenhouse, and of course we have the Megavolt's lighthouse. It's the biggest light you can really find on the market. Of course, a guy fascinated with light bulbs is gonna love that.
Draconis over here trying not to laugh.
Not very bright.
Actually, that explains Megavolt to a T. He's got a lot of juice, but he's not very bright. He's about a 3 watt.
I was about to say, one could say he's not the brightest bulb in the drawer.
I wasn't gonna make that joke. It's too easy.
Mine?
Of course, he manages to take the easy road out. But you can stick your tongue out if you want. You know you're sure. But yeah, I couldn't pick one. They all are iconic. They all kind of fit the villains. The villains' motif. And he does act like a wet match in a dark cave.
Oh yeah.
Talk about your wet blankets.
No, that's Negaduck.
I thought it was falling from the air.
Moving on, we got number 4 again. I'm lumping a bunch of them together because I couldn't really pick one, but it's Kim Possible's various villains. Dr. Draken's iconic lair on the top of the hill. The senior's villa.
Senor.
In the frickin' ocean. And Dean Amy's
I thought it was Cersei.
labs. her genetic lab and her cute little house really fit these characters. Just
you know what you can't
match
forget?
them.
I think he has his own, but Duff Killigan.
Yeah, the Scottish castle. It fit his character to a T. Big shout outs to the Kim Possible team. I really hope you guys can get
I think it
a new
was
show.
Disney XD. American Dragon.
Yeah, I think the same crew worked on those. Yeah, but in any case, but yeah, I couldn't really pick one, so I just lumped them all together again. Don't worry, there's the only 2 on this list that does that.
I was about to say, are the rest of them lumps?
It's a lump sum.
That was terrible. I'm not using the rip shot or the womp womp. That was
excellent.
You don't even get a sound effect for that. Damn.
I don't have another way to put the rim shot up.
I got my Kindle.
There's the kitty cat.
Of course, you cannot have a villain without a cat. So, of course.
Except for CL, if he were a villain, he's allergic.
And yeah, I'm
cat dander.
Cat dander.
What we got here?
All right.
Let's see if I can read.
Is the underworld, Hades' place. The river Styx leading up to it, then Cerberus ripping that meat to shreds, and then his little chest room, his little war room is it's iconic. And let's face it, I don't really consider Hades a villain, but well, let's face it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Funny man.
Give me a minute.
Watch him.
Oh boy.
I got it so coded even the elves couldn't translate it.
Wait a minute, if it's chicken scratch and you're a rooster, how can you read it?
Hold on, I'm getting to it.
Mordor.
Oh, see. But yeah, I just thought the underworld let's face it, I really love Hades. James Woods.
You relate to him very much, especially when dealing with me.
Oh yeah, you two are pain and panic. Panic. Or is that the other way around?
I would think it'd be the other way around considering how much pain I cause you.
I thought it was pain and suffering.
Well, I mean, we're those, but the 2 from the Hercules movie are pain and panic.
Yeah, one causes a lot of headaches for Hades, and the other panics. But
Hi.
In any case, we move on to our number 2 slot, and this is Syndrome's Island. Go into the comments and tell me what it is, because I cannot for the life of me.
I can't reach him.
I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. It's got some weird ass name, but
You wrote your ass upside down.
shut up. You know what?
I pointed at it, and you said that's Syndrome's Island. It looks more like an M instead of an S.
I wrote it so fast I was trying to make sure I put it down.
Mordor.
But then, Syndrome's Island does remind me a little bit of Mordor. With the lava door bit, his various guards, his mechanical beings all over the place. Syndrome's Island is completely iconic. When you think Syndrome, you think this massive ass island.
Really? When I think Syndrome, I think, you sly fox, you got me monologuing.
Yeah, but that's the moment. As far as lairs go, you know Syndrome's lair.
I tend to get this one. I seem to be blind. I don't see any sauce.
Even I don't get that one.
It's a meme. It just means there's no sauce. No substance tier.
Anyways, on to number 1.
And our number 1 slot. Now
I just
this
like the
one,
way they did it.
I really do think deserves it. Maleficent's castle. Let's face it. It's pretty generic. It's an old rundown castle, but it's Maleficent and her goons. And when she busts out that thing in dragon form, oh, you know shit is down.
I'm surprised you can get to it. It's kind of a prickly walk.
Yeah.
To quote, I believe it's, I want to say Robert Frost, take the path less walked.
Take the path less traveled.
Path less traveled.
Yes, let's try.
Maybe less traveled, but there's really no point.
Yeah. If
There are too many points.
oh, that was terrible.
He forgot about the thorns, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, don't feel.
That wasn't there before Maleficent got to
Hey,
it.
CL, don't feel too bad. I forgot.
But
It
it's
took.
a castle, so it has to be there.
Hey, don't feel too bad. It took me a second to get that joke too.
Yeah.
There are many.
And as soon as Maleficent got a hold, started getting serious, big old wall of thorns, big old like moat of fire now. And let's face it, you will not have a better scene of her just transforming into dragon form and just demolishing her own castle.
Wow.
Don't mind
Just
your
a-
cameraman. He's
just
just
a-
patting a cat.
That's just a giant thought.
Oh yeah, yeah, a giant fire-breathing thought that you better make sure you have some backup. But yeah, Maleficent's castle is iconic. It's a little generic,
I mean,
but it's got
Disney
some
castle
probably one of the
iconic.
best moments in Disney villain history. And I just couldn't resist putting it number 1. If it wasn't that one, it would be Syndrome's Island. Mostly because I love Syndrome. He's an awesome villain.
Now, I need to say, if we weren't doing just animated, I really am still thinking the Black Pearl would have been very good.
Yeah, but that
Or the
technically
other
isn't a villain.
ship.
It technically wasn't a villain lair.
The-
Davy
the-
Jones was more of a lair than.
Yeah, he was the one captaining the Black Pearl.
That was
Until
Barbossa.
Jack took
No, that's
Barbossa.
Barbossa. Davy
Barbossa.
Jones is the one that had this old squid face, man.
Old Squid Face.
I've got a job done. I've got a job done. To
Johnny
guess
Depp.
what's
Fun
inside
fact, guys, that line was actually improvised by Johnny Depp himself.
They just
He
told
said,
him to
"Go
do
nuts."
something.
I
Go
actually
nuts.
like that
They
one.
told him do something. He went, okay.
So when you see all those people standing around like what the fuck is he doing?
That's genuine
That's
reaction.
genuine confusion, man. They don't know what the hell's going on.
They basically told him, okay, do something, and he just goes, all right.
And Johnny Depp just said, "All right, you asked for it,
That's
motherfuckers."
reasonable.
I've got a job done. I've got a job
And
done.
so when he
Guess
fell,
what's inside it.
that was all in one take. That was not done.
That was not scripted.
That was not scripted at all. They just like, do what you want. We don't care. So when you see that confusion and him falling down the steps and saying, "I got it," that was genuine, and it's even funnier now that I know that. But yeah, so this is just part 2 of the Disney Villain Month. This is the Lairs. So the henchmen have been completely wiped out, and we've managed to get through the Lairs. Next week we will be going through the Disney Villain moments.
And then we still got another week of things we got to figure out.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know the moments as well. I've wrote those down. I've got the villains, a list of villains that I can go in and out of.
Get him, Draconis.
As you can tell, the undead dragon here just is.
Quite the swordsman.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And he
That-
grabbed the one with the dragon's head on it.
that's
Appropriate.
cool. That's appropriate. Yes. So
Oh, it's got more than just one dragon on it.
it's got a bunch of them. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's
cool
two.
thing. But yeah, we're gonna be looking at the various.
That's what's inside it.
Shit. Okay. Hey, Parlay. Parlay.
No problem.
Hey, I will stick the Grim Reaper on you,
This one,
jackasses.
hey, this one's dull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Poke.
I will stick the Grim Reaper on your ass. You do realize who you're talking to, right?
Yeah,
I am
a jackass.
No, I'm the apprentice of the Grim Reaper, bitch.
Sure you are. But to me, you'll always be a jackass.
I am death.
Hey,
This is hard for you.
I'm only the apprentice of death, and death is just doing his job. Just saying.
And
Yes,
on that
yes,
note,
I am.
But yeah,
he's claiming to be your boss.
yeah, right. You're an undead. No, the Reaper ripped your ass nearly 200 years ago.
You think so?
I thought it was 2000.
2,200. What's the difference when you're immortal?
I think I think you chose me. I thought you told me to choose a mascot.
I would know he's the mascot.
It had to be close to an animal.
But in any case, do all the YouTube business, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And
let's
we
go.
will see you in the next one. And of course, we'll do Spyro videos.
Leo behind the camera.
And of course,
Oh, yes.
look at all our other videos.
I put out a ton of videos over the quarantine.
Yep, and of course we will still be doing this Reignited trilogy. We will have tons of other gameplay videos. Big week ahead, so expect next Sunday to have a ton of videos. So,
Peace out, everybody.
yep,
Like, comment, subscribe, and
ring the bell and all that good stuff.
maybe someday we'll show you this.
Some VR.
I've been playing some, and it's been a blast.
And keep in mind, after Villain Month, I have a special surprise for y'all, but I'm not gonna say it yet. I'm not gonna say it yet. Not on video, at least.
Are we gonna take
So-
your head off this time?
We're all over Jack Skellington. I'm undead. I'm not that.
No, that's the
undead.
Headless Horseman.
Jack Skellington does that too, dumbass.
Yes, but the Headless Horseman did it first.
You guys
Actually,
seem to
anybody that got their head chopped off did it first.
Except for nearly Hail Snake, he was only.
He didn't make it far enough.
Well, except he chops, and with a dull axe, it's a very slow and painful death.
Slow and painful.
And on that bombshell, see you later, everybody.
Bye, guys.